Hey everybody, it's Mark Shepard, and this is your CryptoCrankers guide to the Bitcoin galaxy of greed and grooviness. And today, I want to very precisely and concisely take you down the path of how to tell the difference between a Ponzi scheme or a scam like Control Finance and something that's legit and real, and how to protect yourself and save yourself a lot of money, a lot of pain, a lot of heartache. So let's start the music and let's get going. Hey everybody, it's Mark Shepard, and in this next exciting episode of the CryptoCrankers Guide to the Bitcoin Galaxy of Greed and Grooviness, the CryptoCrankers Guide to the Bitcoin Galaxy of Greed and Grooviness, how's that for a catchy short phrase, elevator speech? I wanted to talk a little bit about the Ponzi schemes and scams that I kind of fell into right after the August 1st hard fork of Bitcoin into Bitcoin Cash, when nothing was going on and I was trying to learn more, and I stumbled onto these videos by a guy named Groovyness who was publicly paying off his credit card debt with these high yield investment programs. And the first one that I really got into was Ambus, but I also got into Control Finance and Microhash, and later on Bitcoin XL, and there were so many of them I actually can't remember all the names. And the only one I actually did well with was Ambus, and by some freaking miracle, my friend Mike was like, "Mark, I think you need to get out of it." And it was like a Wednesday, and I was planning on closing my account there like on the following Monday, and I was just like, okay, and I got out of Ambus. And pretty much like the next day, I did a video about it, and evidently Ryan Berkness also was taking money out, and the thing crashed, right? So that was really my first taste of the promise of the Ponzi's, the promise of the high yield investments is that if you get in early and bring a bunch of affiliates in, you get paid affiliate commissions, and then before they crash, you get out. Meanwhile, the people you've brought in are now screwed, right? I didn't like that. Once I kind of got that, I was like, okay, I'm done. And it just turned my stomach. It was just, I found it repulsive, you know? So I wanted to do a quick, short, concise video for those of you who may be new to the Bitcoin galaxy of greed and grooviness. We are greedy. We want massive returns on our small investments, right? We want to take $20 and turn it into 20 million. That's what we want. Our human heart wants to expand. And when someone says, ooh, you can do it here. 3.6% interest every day. Compounded hourly. It's like, oh, I can't say no to that. I was checking it every hour. Ooh, I just made another $3. Ooh, I just made $6. I was obsessed with Ambus. And I'm not, well, I am kind of ashamed of it, but I'm not ashamed, because I'm trying to document how our human mind interacts with this whole new thing called digital value, digital assets, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Dash. And how can we navigate this world in a positive way, even though we're not computer tech geniuses? You know, how can we do that? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to kind of learn as much as I can so that I can make intelligent decisions to grow my capital. Why do I want to grow my capital? I'm a musician. I'm a singer-songwriter. I've written 557 songs, and they're good. But they're not pop songs. They're not mainstream songs. They're songs that I care about, and I want to record and preserve them and market them and promote them. And that costs money. I don't have a record company, so I'm like, okay, what if cryptos could help me be my own record company? So that's the why. That's how I justified my greed. But here's some just thoughts I've had in the last day as I'm summing up my first 90-day challenge here. And I wanted to kind of give you something short because I can talk for a long time. So I'll zip my lip and just get to the points, okay? So here we go. And I'll pop these up on the screen as well so you don't have to read my handwriting. So a Ponzi scheme versus a legitimate crypto asset or digital asset, right? Number one, it's too good to be true, right? You're really going to get 90% per month, right? You're really going to get 360% return a year guaranteed? Like, how is that possible? And the reason Ponzi's work is because more and more money comes in, and the new money pays off the first money, and the first money goes, look at all the money I made, but meanwhile, it's the people coming in. And that's why Bitcoin has been called a Ponzi scheme, because right now, people all over the world are hearing about it, the news is reporting on it, and more money is coming in, right? So in that aspect, Bitcoin and a Ponzi scheme have some similarities, but that's where the similarities tend to end, okay? In Bitcoin, there's no guaranteed return. There are realistic returns based on the perception of the market and the fundamentals and news and all these different factors that we don't have any control over. But the bottom line is you can see the historical trends and you can make decisions based on that, and the trend is your friend. You actually have some say in what goes on. Whereas with the Ponzi's, it's too good to be true. You're taking your money, your Bitcoin, let's say, and putting it into a Ponzi scheme, and you no longer have control over that. That's the biggest risk ever. It's like, in trading, you can make a mistake. You can sell too early, or you can hold too long, or you can do all kinds of dumb shit, but it's on you. Whereas with a Ponzi scheme, you get to be a victim. You get to be a victim. And people, hold up. This is my motto. Stop thinking like a victim. I want to stop being a freaking victim. Don't you? I want to stop being a victim. I want to be in charge of my destiny. I don't want to put my fate in the hands of some shady criminal in the Far East who has put up a website that is using affiliate marketing. That's the other thing. I don't get an affiliate commission by turning you on to Bitcoin, other than if you go to Coinbase and use my code, which is below this video, you get $10 of Bitcoin, I get $10 of Bitcoin. It's a win-win. With these fuckers, people that send people through their code, and everybody does it, that's where the money's being made, right? And I got an email from a Ponzi scheme saying, we're about to open a new Ponzi scheme, and here's what we're going to do, and we'd like you to bring your people, and this is what we're going to do for you. It was just like, oh, and we'll let you know before we close so you can get your money out. And that's shitty, people. That's just shitty. And you have to really close down your heart and your morals and your ethics to keep doing that kind of stuff on any consistent basis, okay? Number 3. Okay, so no affiliate money, no link, just you buy it or not. Right? If you buy it and you made a good decision and it goes up and the market likes it, it's a good project, you do well. It's a scam, and there is a time, there's a clock ticking, but you don't know what that clock is, right? So in that case, like at one point I was like, can I trade these? And I got kind of excited by it. Well, maybe I can out-scam the scammers. No, you're not going to out-scam the scammers, right? They're so good at it. They've done it for years, and these people just do one after another. It's kind of the same people, just doing it over and over again. In fact, I even found a website where you can download the software to do your own Ponzi scheme, but I didn't touch it. I'm not going to click on that link, right? Not doing it, right? So, sketchy, anonymous. They have fake charts like Control Finance. Some people started looking into their charts, and they never lost in a trade. They were doing the charts retroactively. Do you know what I mean? They were publishing the charts a week after, right? And it's like, if you don't know how much money can be made in the cryptos, and Bitcoin keeps going up, and Ethereum goes up 2,000% or whatever, you think, oh, people who know what they're doing can actually pull these returns out. So it seems plausible, and your unconscious mind doesn't deal with logic, it deals with plausibilities. So for example, a hypnotic suggestion is, you're sitting here in the chair, That's Ericksonian hypnosis. You just literally say what's true. You're sitting here in the chair. It's Halloween. It's 12 o'clock, noon. Those are all true, right? So your unconscious mind is listening. Go, okay, that's true, that's true, that's true, that's true. And then you add a final thing. Therefore, you can change now. That's not true. Could be true. Might not be true. That's open to interpretation, but your unconscious mind can't process that. So the big piece with these Ponzi's is that they are hypnotic. They're hypnotic. Ryan Burkness, the guy that got me into all this, who I just got an email from him today that he's paid off the rest of his credit card debt. That's really great with other people's money. Yeah. And again, he's not a bad guy. He's just trying to take care of him. But the problem with these Ponzi schemes is that they make us all into criminals. Even him. And he brought a lot of people into a lot of different programs, and most of them crashed right after he brought people in. Because he brought so many people in that they were like, yeah, we made our target, close it. Boom. Right? So that it's like, you don't want to be in that. It hurts. It sucks. This is your money. Stop giving it to other people who are just scamming you. Okay. A real cryptocurrency has a known team and actual offices. Like, even though Bitcoin is decentralized, there are actual real people. Real people. People who are known. You know, Roger Ver is known. Andreas Antonopoulos. I mean, these people are known, right? This is an ongoing, legitimate business, right? The other thing, and this kind of ties in with volatility. Over here in the legit realm, you have volatility. You don't know what the markets are doing. We don't know, because that's the future. We can only see the trend, and we can do our research, get our fundamentals, get our technical analysis tools in order, and do the best we can. And the volatility actually helps to make more money, because you can sell high and then rebuy lower. You can ladder up. You can do all these things, but that takes skill. It takes effort. It takes research. It takes time. Whereas the Ponzi cons don't take time. They do it all for you. It's all done for you. And it's easy, and their websites are very user-friendly, and usually can figure out how to do stuff, although some of them were a little sketchy. But, you know, and like Control Finance, they even had little flags. They had some Russian guy sitting on a desk. They had a little sign on the wall. They actually had, quote-unquote, real offices, whereas a lot of these places, we did some research. We like, how long have they gotten their URL, their domain name for? And most of them is just like a year. They got their URL for a year only. Why would you get your URL for a year only if you were solid? You know what I mean? So like, I have markshepard.com. I don't buy that 1 year at a time. I buy it for like 5 years at a time, you know? Like, and if I was a big company, I'd probably buy it for 20 years. You know what I mean? If you're serious and legit, you're going to have a URL for more than a year. You're going to have offices that are not above a Chinese restaurant somewhere in London or in an apartment complex that no one can find your actual office. So we checked their addresses, we looked up their business certificates, we did all kinds of due diligence to try to figure out, is this a real one? Is Control Finance legitimate, or is that a scam? For a while, we thought it was legit. We were fooled. And then it closed, right? And I lost about $1,500 in Control Finance. Boom. Ouch. A lot of the Ponzi's are get in early, and they will actually fudge the date they started, or kind of cloud it, or find a way to reset the timer on their server so that it seemed like you're getting in the first day, even though they've already given their insiders, the affiliate links, the people who bring their people in, they've already given them a head start. So the average person is screwed. Whereas with Bitcoin, yeah, get in early. There are some people that bought Bitcoin at $3, right? However, it's still early with Bitcoin. This is so massive. It's so huge. It's going to be so huge, and the world is coming towards it. Billions of people will be buying Bitcoin. So in that case, yeah, get in as early as possible and hang in, right? Fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a wild ride. Okay. Over here on the legit side, it's newsworthy, right? It's not afraid of news. Whereas these guys over here, they're secret, and anytime news finds them and exposes them, usually they're gone within a week or two, a month tops, after being exposed as a fraud. Now, BitConnect is one of the exceptions to this, and I think it's such a brilliant project for scamming people. I don't know when they're going to close. They may be able to sustain it for quite a while longer. And I put $100 into BitConnect, and I need to check in on that and see what it is and see if I can get any money out, take my interest out, my quote unquote interest. But I expect them to go down at some point, and that could be interesting. And there are really good people who are doing BitConnect who really seriously, genuinely believe that it is a legitimate project. And like this one guy, CryptoNick, has made a lot of money in BitConnect, and he's a 17-year-old kid, and he seems like a good kid, right? And he also turned me on to some legitimate stuff like Genesis mining contracts. But I think he's going to feel really bad when the whole thing goes down, and I think hopefully that'll be healthy for the ecosystem. All right, so number 6, you have a guarantee, plus you're locked in. So, for example, you can sell your Bitcoin anytime, right? With these other programs, and it's similar to mining, where you're buying a mining contract and then they pay out over time. These things are like, yeah, there were two kinds. There were the micro hashes, which was kind of a fake mining contract. They weren't really mining. They were just a Ponzi scheme, but they set it up like it was a mine. So you pay your $1,000 and you get this return. And they were giving like a 1% a day. Whereas over on Genesis Mining, it was like hard to find out, like, how much am I actually going to make? So it was a little more complicated. It wasn't user friendly. Whereas these things are like, oh, you put this money in, this is just calculated right here, how much you'll make every single day. But the thing is, you have to have it in X number of days, and hopefully they stay open that long for you to get your ROI back and then start making the money. And that way it works kind of like a mining contract, but there's no mining going on. It's all bullshit, right? The other kind was the Ambus style, where you get a certain outrageously high daily interest percent compounded hourly or minutes, every minute, right? And compounding interest is powerful stuff, but it's also not sustainable, because if you just keep going along the lines of what BitConnect is doing, if you do the math, you'll see at some point they will have all the money in the entire world, right? And it's not going to happen. Not going to happen, right? So that's it. I wanted to just kind of go through it. And the thing is, if there's affiliate links in it and it's a promise of fast returns and we want our money, we've been living in 0% interest for so long. My bank just sent me a notice that's saying, you have to keep $300 in your savings account or we're going to charge you $5 a month just for having a savings account. Like, okay, I guess I'll be closing my savings account and putting the $72 that's in my savings account into Bitcoin. All right. So that's my short, hopefully, essay, what I learned about the Ponzi's versus legitimate crypto digital assets. And I want you to be safe out there, people. Please remember, we are greedy. It's okay. You want something for nothing. We do. We want something that's too good to be true. And right now, Bitcoin seems to be too good to be true, except when you look at the deep fundamentals, when you look at its revolutionary ideas and the fact that it really is the first and foremost digital asset in the history of the world. And as all these hard forks happen, it seems to just be getting stronger. To me, that's not a Ponzi scheme, people. That's a revolution. And I think there's a difference there, and we could still lose money. But if I lose money in Bitcoin, it's on me. I take complete responsibility for what I do with my money. So my suggestion to you, and you don't have to take this suggestion unless you want to, and that is take charge of your own change. Your money change and your own personal change. Take charge of your change, all right? And keep the change. Make it grow. Rock and roll. Cowabunga. So that's it for today. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support and all the new subscribers. And I hope this is helpful and to the point and was a valuable use of your time. So be safe out there and do your due diligence. Make sure there's actual people, a known team with actual offices, okay? And don't be fooled if the Ponzi scheme is so good that they have set up a fake team and actual fake offices. Just beware, okay? Thanks so much, people. I will see you in the next one. Go ahead and start the music.